right, what's going on, people? We are back. All right, so a couple things. Well, first of all, I gotta do my initial promotion thing here as a pinned comment from a second device. Let's do that. Download project. Let's try a different one. Download project file free. Get video. Let's go with this one. See if there are any biters. Is that the right word? Any bites? Any takers for this Gumroad thing that I am doing? So let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's turn the volume down and let's pin this thing. Oh, look at that. I put an E in cafe. A little, accent on the E. That's pretty cool. All right. So there we go. Let's pin. Can we do some more gifting? Yeah, look at that. Send gift memberships free of charge. You have 10 gift memberships left to send this month. Dope. Let's see who's going to get a free membership. Yeah, I think I recognize at least one of these names. Cool. Congrats, y'all. All right, so that's cool. Let's pin this. Pin message. Cool. I might do another one in a bit, but let me close this and get it going. So what I just did was dang, my key's sitting on the floor. What the hell? How did that happen? I deleted all of my sample packs that I installed on here because it was creating a little bit of something that I didn't like. Like, I want to lean into the preset pack game before inundating myself with too many samples and too many files and all that stuff. So I just took them off for the time being. But yesterday was pretty special because I kind of forgot some of the things, but I remembered some of the important things. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for the membership. Oh, dang, that's dope. Did you get one and you're in here? That's pretty cool, man. No problem. That's the first time that's happened. Where are you at? Wait, you didn't get one. Thanks for the membership. Happy day, everyone. I don't see your name as one of the people, but am I tripping? No. Either way, thanks for being here. Maybe you're saying thanks on behalf of everybody else. But yeah, tape track. So tape track is on and popping, so to speak. Let me talk through just to make myself sort of remember what I did. But essentially, I connected my iPad to the OP1 field via the input. Hey, how have the beats been? Amazing. And I'm going to explain some stuff here. So I connected my OP, did I say OP1 field? OPXY and my iPad, have the input going. And I was at that point just going on YouTube and just like going on my video game music playlist and brought some samples in, like a sample in, and recorded it. You have like 20 seconds. And I think one of the things that I kind of found out is when you go into sample mode, it makes a difference what kind of engine you're in. So if you go into sample mode from a drum track, you're not going to hear me when I press the button, but it's going to go into drum sampler. If you go into sampler from something like this, multi-sampler, it's going to go into the multi-sampler. If you go into sample mode from one of the synth engines, it's going to go into regular sampler. So that's important. But sometimes you might want to get into drum sampler quicker. And I discovered that instead of going to one or two, track 1 or 2, which are always at by default, you can be on any track and just do shift 1 and just go to drum from here. And it's going to just create a blank drum track. So that's kind of cool because that's oftentimes what you want. You don't want a drum track with stuff already there, Yo, what's going on? Tanish Q Nike. Did I get the name right? So that was the first thing. So we brought the sample in. Then we did the transient slicing. Then we pitch shifted first and then did some transient slicing. And then we sort of figured out some chops that sounded okay, and then we laid down a basic drum beat, and then I just tried to, I just basically tried to just do one, like a 1 bar loop from that drum track, and it sounded repetitive, of course. And then I went to tape track, and that's where the magic happened. That's where stuff like this kind of went down. So, for example, let's actually go here. Wait a sec. Oh, I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Here. 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 So we're going to actually build on this a little bit by just creating variations only from the tape track, only from this. So that's just repetitive, of course, right? That's the same thing playing right here. But going into here and being like, all right, well, we want to do this. And so in order to play around with this a little bit, we can, I guess, a couple different things. You can obviously just create new tracks here and just experiment a little bit. So let's do that. Yo, what's going on? My friend from Japan. Thanks for joining. But I think I got a little bit stuck yesterday too, because at some point, let's just explore. One more thing that we did that I didn't mention is going to track 2 and only making track 8 go into the tape track, because that's the only thing that you want to kind of have variations on. And I want to also see if changes on the tape track are not persistent as I would expect them to not be on different tracks. Different patterns, I'm sorry, on the tape track. So let's see. So if we go here, tape track, the one that we recorded that data on is at 55% and mix 0. Then if we go here, now it's at something different. So that's another cool thing, right? Of course. So you can just be like, make any changes and not really worry about what's happening. And I have this set to 16, but what happens if I turn it down? It's just going to be cycling it over and over. So you may not want that. You may want something longer. That's kind of cool. Let's explore this. What up, Carlton? How you doing? Rooper. What's that mean? Do you mean, are you asking if this is a looper, maybe? It's not really. More of a sequencer. OP1 field, I would consider a little bit more like a looper. Which, by the way, that reminds me, TE is supposed to be coming out with some type of a looper at some point, I think, which is kind of exciting. Oh, I wonder if maybe at the end of the 24 days thing, maybe they're releasing a new product. That would be kind of cool. Anyway, let's save this. We didn't save it yesterday. Let's rename this. I hate renaming projects on here, but whatever. Tape. because you don't want to have too many projects on here that are just all unnamed. You're gonna get kind of lost. Like you're not gonna know what's what. That's where I'm at right now. I'm at like 40 unnamed projects or something like that. Okay, save. All right, let's take a look at some other stuff on here right quick. Not fact or no user. Hang on. Maybe I should just like start bringing some of these things in. I mean, you got magic on here. Wait, that's kind of cool. So wait, hang on, that's kind of dope. Hey Benjamin, what up, man? Oh wow, dope. What's making you do that? Because I know you have your stuff on Bandcamp. So you're moving them over to YouTube, like YouTube Music, or just like straight up on YouTube as like whatever YouTube videos or something. You gonna have like a graphic or something with it, or just like a still? Break it on down. So check this out. This tape track is kind of like the, well, some people, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. This is interesting. I don't know why I didn't or notice this before, but it's seeming to me, what is it seeming? It's seeming to me that the tape track can take everything in, and you can pitch shift what's playing live by just turning this all the way to 16 and just playing it and then holding a button. That's seeming like what just happened. Let's see. Right? That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that you can do that before. And it's only going to keep looping one bar, but if you're playing and you just play the first thing here, kind of. So somehow it catches up or something, and you have to do it at the same time. Let me see. What happens if I just press this and just do this? It's gonna keep doing that. You don't want to keep triggering that though. You just want it going forever, like 8 scale or something, and like something like this. Let's see. And that lets you just, but it's not exactly right, but that's so interesting. Oh man, I saw. Actually impressed with with the TE headphones mic. I also really enjoy your channel because it's nice to see the other people probably hyper obsessed with TE. see the other people part. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, appreciate you being here. I'm just adding it to my channel with the album. Very cool. Dope, dope, Benjamin. Yeah, happy that you're here. I had like a little bit of a realization yesterday during the live stream that there might be more of an, I think the word is appetite. There might be more of an appetite for people doing live music making or live art on whatever platform of choice. And the reason I say that is because the perhaps the end product for the art is not going to matter nearly as much as it once did. If someone listens to or looks at a piece of art that's really, really good, their feelings about the art might be different if they know that someone put, someone manually did it or created it with a prompt. The feeling might be a little bit different, maybe, or at least for now. Maybe eventually it's just all going to morph together. Who knows? But that doesn't change the fact that watching someone make something live, I think, is going to have like a resurgence. Yeah, I don't even know if it ever was huge or not, but for people in the space, yeah, I can see something special happening with that. So anyway, this is interesting, that I'm kind of picking some things up with this. Anyway, let's go over to Factory. Let's try some other random projects. There we go. Oh, I meant to bring my other live music making is fun to watch for sure. Hey, that's what it is. Would love to figure out how to use OPXY with Ableton Note iPad. Interesting. I'm telling you, they're gonna be giving out 6 packs of beer. Yeah, I think so. I just made a comment earlier, and I was saying, and also let me see, how do I turn this down? Do I turn the mix down? Kind of wish you can actually. Let me see if I'm on this track and I go to one of the Factory. Obviously my voice sounds different now. No sends are going to any effects, and I don't fully understand the mix icon on the auxiliary line track. I don't know what that does, but I suspect that the reason this sounds different has to do with this side here. I don't even know, like this maybe. I don't know. The mixer section. I'm not sure. With regards to your comment there, SMD8790, yeah, it's interesting. It is something that at some point I do think that I will explore, specifically with Ableton Live. I have to feel some type of, I was going to say compulsion, but compelled to do it. There was something, yeah, okay, that's what it was. So I know that if/when this gets multi-track output support, instantly I'm going to be all over that for recording a track that I created on here into separate lanes in Ableton, and then utilizing, the effects and different things in Ableton to do some linear arranging and all that. Like, that's going to be really, I think, fun, especially once I get more comfortable, in arrangement view and stuff like that. But other than that, right now, if I'm using Ableton, I feel more compelled to use just a MIDI controller, and I feel compelled to use this as a standalone device for now, even though obviously it has crazy connectivity and all that kind of stuff. That's just my opinion. In my opinion, multi-track out should be on all. I agree. Yeah. I think when I heard people talk about that with this product when it was first released, at the time I was like, I don't care about that. I don't care about multi-track. Like, just make, and I still kind of understand, because you have a robust, not amount of effects, but robust mixing capabilities on here and the mixing channel. But yes, I can totally understand why someone might want to have, one of their favorite effects in Ableton applied to just one of the tracks. Back then, I didn't really, that wasn't something I thought about or cared about. I was just like, just record the whole thing in and perform it. And again, to an extent, that's kind of still kind of how I feel. Like, use this for this stuff, record it in, and use Ableton to embellish on certain parts. But people like having control over, so I totally get it. I'm not pressed for it personally, but I totally get why people would, you know, want that. Let's see a tutorial on that for multi-track recording. Yeah, once we get it, and I think that we will get that. But when you want a better, yeah, I get it. I get it. Better mix. Yeah, yeah. Let's listen to this. Let's go here. Let's delete, delete, delete. Let's listen to another factory project. Oh, I also hit up ESI again because I do feel like having a MIDI controller in front of me that has full-size keys on it. Like I feel like that, maybe the 25 key, maybe even the 37. Like when I come to this coffee shop, having the 37 right in front of me wirelessly, so I can still do live streaming, would be really cool, I think, because then it'll let me be able to just come in here and do some piano-esque stuff and chord stuff that I really can't do just on this. And I think that'll, for me, kind of unlock some more interesting musicality. Because one of the projects on here had like a piano solo for one of the scenes where everything else was like turned off. I forget which one it was, but one of them, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then I was like doing some random stuff with just the piano sounds, like the built-in, whatever, included refelt piano, I think it's called. So this is like mostly drums, all drums. Interesting, a little repetitive, but kind of hate it. No offense. No offense. Okay, dokie. I think I heard this one before. Anyway, let's go to a new project. Let's work on some new stuff here, you know. That's this one. So I think that sound, the magic one, I think that was untouched, stock, track 5. So that was me playing that. Somehow I was on one, I guess, musically. I don't know what came over me to create that, but that's kind of cool. That's kind of what makes that song. It's kind of cool. I don't understand why track 6 is one of the default sounds on here. That's... Who's gonna use this in a song? I don't know. Sorry, I missed some of the messages. There's only 2 effects on that. Yeah, exactly. Having those things are important because it takes your device from what people coin as a toy. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Most people who would consider paying what they charge for this device would expect that and would need that. Yeah, so I totally understand that. Love the drums on that. Yeah, yeah. All right, speaking of drums, let's work on something here. kind of weird sounding. We'll rock with it. Wrong. Wrong. So. We just do some scrambling. Kind of like that. So. So doing scramble is kind of dope. So we can come in here. Hey, have a good one, man. Thanks for hopping on. Still waiting on that. Let me check the email real quick before you leave. Or not email, the Instagram. We've been communicating via Instagram. I want that keyboard. I want it, like, I want to get it ordered. I want them to take my money, charge my credit card. Oh, inbox. Oh, nope, not yet. What is this? OPZ display. What is this? I don't really care about. Oh, I'm gonna check it because I trust this dude. What is this? Oh wow, Teenage Engineering OPZ display screen. Still work in progress. Oh, that's pretty cool. I hope you will continue the development further. So it looks like someone made like a screen for the OPZ. That's pretty wild. Just live reacted to it on YouTube Live. Okay. Anyway, yeah, have a good one. All right, let's keep working on this terrible song, I guess. I don't know. I gotta go get some lunch soon. What about some polyrhythm? Hate it. We can do some reverb on there. Let's see. Can you record per track punch-in effects? It's a question that I had recently. I don't know how to do it, but let's try. Let's just try. I think you might be able to. How do you get rid of those then? That's the question. Clear parameters, clear. Is that clear parameters? Let's see. How do you get rid of these? That's a question. Does anyone know? How do you get rid of per track, which is huge to have per track punch-in effects? I thought that you can do it, but I just wasn't sure before. Let's find out from our good friend Gemini. Are you saying hi to yourself? Has anyone ever eaten Raisin Canes? It's amazing, in case you haven't. All right, let's go to Gemini. I need to see how do we delete per track punch-in effects. Let us find out together in unison. Can't connect to server. Why are we not connected? I think this tried to connect to something else. And that's not what we wanted. There we go. All right, yeah, we're going to find out together. Hi. All right, so Gemini, let's see. We want to delete per track punch-in effects. How to delete per track punch-in effects on OPXY? I don't know. Let's find out. It could be the same thing as like shift record stop. Nope. That deletes that. I don't know. Let's see. You have to be able to, right? That would be insane not to be able to do that. Wait. Punch-in effects. So, wait. No, then. So maybe they're right here on the punch-in effects screen. Let's see. Okay. So they get recorded to the punch-in effects screen. That's kind of dope. Let's explore this a bit further. Cool, man. Discovered something new on here, didn't we, today? Why am I talking like that? It's weird. Don't make no chance. Let's check them emails, because we're waiting for an important email to come in today. See what's going on over here. Nothing. Nothing. What the heck is that? Mountain Creek. I gotta make sure I get skiing today at some point. I know. It's not good. I agree. I agree. All right. Oh, okay. That's from yesterday, obviously. Okay. Let's keep going. So that's kind of cool. Let's come in here. So this takes only the. So weird. All right, I have to go relieve my wife and get something to eat. I will see you guys later. I'm evaluating if I want to eat the same thing I had the past 2 days, which we have leftovers for, or treat myself to something delicious and special. Actually, I'm right next to where I might want to go, so I think I'm going to do that. Have a good one. Check out Gumroad if you guys want. Buster, you the man. You the man, yo. All right, have a good one.